Okay, so we got some breaking news that we need to talk about. Apparently, Warner Brothers Pictures has decided to put on the fast tracks and in the slate for their DC film properties. They decided to go ahead at the success of Suicide Squad with some of their other characters. What I'm reading here from the Hollywood Reporter is that Warner Brothers is fast tracking uh, Harley Quinn. I'll take that back. My mistake. They're fast tracking a film called Gotham City Sirens. Now, with the gist of what I'm reading here, it sounds a lot pretty much like Birds of Prey. What they've been kind of working on for the last decade. Got on the show, for those that don't know, the Gotham City Birds of Prey is basically a lot of top DC or a lot of females that are vigilantes in the DC universe. They team up and they go out and fight crime. And sometimes there's villains on the team, and sometimes there's heroes. It depends. Like Huntress, Black Canary, people like that. What I'm reading here from the Hollywood Reporter is that this one, it's a big thing that Margot Robbie's in it as Harley Quinn, so she's gonna be a huge part of it. And then this Cyrus movie, as opposed to being like with the Birds of Prey, where they're kind of pretty much heroes, this one appears to be villains. Most popular villainesses of the Batman's Rogues Gallery. So, in terms of speaking, that would be like Poison Ivy, Catwoman, characters like that. Ironically, those are pretty much the top two. And yeah, I can. I'm running through his Rose Gallery. Batman has a fantastic, probably the best Rose Gallery in comics outside of Spider-Man. And Poison Ivy or Catwoman are two at the top of that list. And then Huntress. Um, oh yeah. And Harley Quinn. So Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Poison Ivy. They're all gonna look okay. Uh, Jeff Johns is behind it. Um, and then uh, David Ayer, who directed Suicide Squad, he appears to be directing this one, reteaming with Margot Robbie for it. And then there's also, so what is seen in the article is that there's also going to be a Deadshot and a Suicide Squad 2. So, uh, if they're planning all this, how do I react? Well, let me get the positives out of the way first, because I got some negatives. There's two sides of this coin. Two-Face reference. On the positive, that means DC, they understand kind of what people want to see. They kind of got it. And we know that they're kind of capitalized, as they should, on Deadshot, Will Smith, because Will Smith, he's again up there in age. I'll say that. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult as time progresses for him to be able to do some of the things Deadshot is going to have to do. So they're going to get this movie going. Will Smith is a great actor. He was really, really good as Deadshot, even though it was a lot more of him than it was Deadshot. But that's still cool. Deadshot's one of those characters you kind of gotta breathe some life into it yourself, just a little bit. And yeah, so they're smart for that. Um, and yeah, I'm glad to see they're doing Suicide Squad 2. They'll get around to it. There's no release dates yet, which is a big if. But I'm glad to see that they're like, okay, we can do Suicide Squad 2. Because I enjoyed the first one. And one of my favorite comics I'm reading right now is the Suicide Squad of DC Rebirth. It's really good. It's kind of the last couple issues not so well, but it's been for the most part pretty interesting. And yeah, the negatives to this news is kind of like, and I'm on immediate hearing it, it was just, I'm gonna try not to yell, but so the whole thing that has been when they announced that their slate for 2020, which included they were like Wonder Woman, Justice League, Flash, Aquaman, Justice League, Shazam, Green Lantern, Cyborg, 2 a year. When they announced this slate, I was like, okay, finally we have a plan, because Marvel had been doing this for a while, and then they keep doing it. They keep setting up plans like, okay, this is phase 3, phase 4, what they're doing next. Finally, DC got like, okay, we're in phase 1. This is what we got for the future, because we finally get to see all these A-list heroes get on the big screen. So, why this bothers me is because, and this is all due to the fact that, hey, we got no release dates. But what I got from that article in the Hollywood Reporter said, keyword, fast tracked. For those that don't know, studio like Warner Brothers, studio like Marvel, Disney Marvel, Fox, they can only put out a certain number of these movies a year. 2 is max. 3 is insane. That's why Marvel's doing it, because they're nuts and they can afford it. Going forward, they're going to be able to afford it. Not they've been doing 2 a year, that they're going to boost to 3. Why this bothers me? Okay, so we have 2 a year. Okay, so 2017 is Wonder Woman, Justice League. 2018 is Flash and Aquaman. 2019 was Shazam and Justice League Part 2. And mind you all, this was a schedule that was made about 2 years ago, and we've just this past couple days ago or yesterday was announced that the Batman film that Ben Affleck is directing and starring in and writing with alongside Jeff Johns, who is being pushed ahead in Justice League Part 2 is being pushed back. So the Ben Affleck movie can go in there. And it's like, okay, I kind of get that. But it's that thing of like, okay, so you're showing adjustments to your plan. Okay, but on the same token, you do realize that these characters that we've never seen on film are you now adjusting the schedule to be like, dude, what we got with the best parts of Suicide Squad, give them their own stuck. And I'm going to put a bit of professional or my personal opinions into this a little bit, just because I'll say this. For those that don't know, I don't like the Catwoman character. I don't. I really don't. Her whole thing it's an issue to me when her character mixes with that of Batman. And Poison Ivy's okay, and then Harley Quinn, that character I didn't like that much up until Suicide Squad. I thought Margot Robbie did her great, but it's still a character I'm not in love with. Might not get it. The rest of the world is, but Jesus. You got Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. All these characters that we... Look. This DC Cinematic Universe, we've got to start... The DC Extended Universe, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. That's the 3 films you got out now. Okay? You try to start with Green Lantern, but it didn't go over well. Man of Steel, I love that movie. I absolutely love it. But not everyone does. That's about a 50-50. Batman v Superman, I like it. But a lot of people do not like that movie. Suicide Squad, I really, really, really dug Suicide Squad. A lot of people did not. Again, you've hit 50-50 all the way up until now. 50-50. And in comparison to Marvel, because it has to be done, Marvel, okay, Iron Man, they hit out the park. Incredible Hulk, some people liked it. Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor, people thought, okay, we like it. We don't really love it. And then Avengers comes and knock it out of a park. Iron Man 3, kind of like. Thor 2, kind of like. Winter Soldier, boom, knock it out of the park. Avengers 2, pretty much knocked it out of the park. It's like an 80%, 80, 70. Ant-Man, a lot of people really enjoyed it. The people that saw it enjoyed it. See, Cap Winter Soldier knocked it out of the park. Marvel's hit record is much better in terms of like the backlash is not bad. the backlash of their movies are never terrible. The worst you can find is Iron Man 2. And that's not even really that bad. That's just amongst people that truly thought it was like, okay, it was just a step down because the first one was so good. You have not made a great comic book film yet, Warner Bros. The last time you made a great one was Dark Knight. In your universe, you have not made a great one. So, that bugs me because if you're going forward with these characters, over the characters that you really need, I don't want to sound impish, but come on, like, you're pushing Superman back. We still have no release date for the Superman film. That's right, there's no release dates. So I'm worried because if you push these three films for, Batman, okay, we knew Batman was going to do this because Batman and Superman were the unannounced DC projects. But now you're pushing in these three, so that's going to push back something else. It's got to. It's got to push back Aquaman, maybe. It might have to push back freaking Flash or Cyborg or heck, Green Lantern. I want to see those characters again. That you're going to put in these characters, they're generally okay B-list characters. Well, A-list if you're talking about Batman villains. And then, but, yeah, this is just weird news. Like, I'm not over with it. Like, not at all. Like, come on. Like, seriously? It's like, look, I believe they had a plan, but they keep making these huge adjustments to it. I've been excited to see a Wonder Woman movie. I'm vehemently excited to see Justice League. And then I want to see what Ben Affleck does with the Batman movie. And I want to see Henry Cavill again as Superman. I want to see that again. I want to see what freaking Ezra Miller and, Jason Momoa do as Flash and Aquaman, respectively. I want to see their films solo. Because I've waited an eternity to see them. My whole life. And then Green Lantern Corps is like, that's the one thing you have to get fixed. You have to repay. You have to repent for that sin of a movie that you put in the past. I only call it a sin of a movie because A, it didn't do well and most people didn't like it. I found it okay. But you gotta put faith back into that awesome character. And the same with Cyborg. A character that up until recently was seen as just a teen C-list hero. He got called up to the big leagues, the NXT, to the WWE. He got called up to the Justice League. And you're giving your own film. You got a Broadway actor to play him. And then it's kind of like, it's just been like, we're still humping along with this. I understand. Y'all have faith in Justice League. Y'all have faith in Wonder Woman. I understand the Flash director situation. Y'all keep losing directors, so that movie's going to have issues. But you keep casting greatness in Aquaman. I still want to see that Aquaman movie. We keep getting hints of a Superman film. Of all the characters I want to see, I just want to see him. Jesus, this is weird news. Yeah. Again, what's the biggest adjustment Marvel's made to their slate thus far? In the last couple years, they took Inhumans off the list, and that was at the way back of the list. Jeez. Yeah, DC, come on. For years, the problem was like we don't know what to do. Now you just, it feels like now they just gave us the slate, and then just to be like, okay, well, just give them this, like, because we really have no idea, but just give them this just to make them feel like we think we know what we're doing. Now it feels like I've been lied to, and I don't like being lied to. So, Jesus. Don't give me false faith. Don't poison me. Don't poison me with hope. Gave your Bane impression for The Dark Knight Rises because that movie's awesome. But Jesus, come on. Come on, Warner Bros. Come on. You got Jeff Johns. Just do what you said you were gonna do. You have the best characters in the DC library. Some of which are the best characters in literature, in comic books, in literature. Period. But it's like, okay, we're just going to do what's the popular thing. Instead of doing what you got to do. I understand Flash is doing great on CW and all that, but look, people still aren't sold on Aquaman yet. People still need to understand why Green Lantern is an awesome character. I understand. We've got, Batman's got his movie coming. Okay, that's granted. He's got two with the Lego version. But Superman, come on. People have been waiting. People need to see what I see in Superman. Because Henry Cavill is great at Superman. Not a lot of people have seen that yet because the first one was kind of like bleak a little bit, and in the second one he was barely in it. So gosh. All right, we'll see how this goes. I have faith in them, but that could all change in the next year. If Wonder Woman kicks serious butt, I hope it does. Then we'll see how it goes. And if Justice League rocks, then I'll have a little bit more faith in them. But right now, I know they're not going to do 3 a year, because they barely can do 1 a year. Batman v Superman got pushed back an entire year, and then okay, we'll see how it goes. Okay, if I swear I better not hear about an extended cut. That's all I got to say. Hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Tell me what you think about this news. You guys are awesome for watching. I'll be back next time. See you later.